Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be shocked, this is my voice within an airsoft video. This is the first time I'm doing it on an actual video, not like a review. I'm doing this because this is the first game at Storm Tactical Airsoft in, what was it, Copthorne? And I figured I might give sort of a review here while playing along. This is the first game in this video. It's a fairly long video. I figured I may try to give a bit of an overview of the field as well while watching. So it's a tad bit longer than the usual one. It also omits the HUD, the HUD as well. Instead, a bit more walking around, a bit more overview so you can see what's going on. Basically, Storm Tactical Airsoft is a new organization which initially tried to get a airsoft field running in Hertfordshire, I believe it was, but after some issues there, they were not able to get it running, and instead found this place in Copthorne, which is originally a paintball field called Driverwood Paintball. You can see already directly by the nettings here on the side, initially I just pointed, those are more for the paintball game fields to prevent, I believe, all these balls flying out. Also because, as you can see just up ahead, the road is quite close, so it should help preventing BBs and also paintballs flying on the road, which I can believe might not be very great for cars passing by. May prove interesting, but yeah. As this is the very first game by the new organizers rather, there were of course initially a few issues here and there, which is to be expected. Everything for the very first time may cause some issues. The marshals were very straightforward, also as in this case here, we asked if we can go around the corner there. Initially it was okay, but later on they said the landlord may not like it much, obviously because the road is literally maximum 10 meters to our left, right from where we're walking right now. So it was later changed, as you can see in the video 2 minutes later.
Behind the hill, if you see a small hill, it's covered behind it.
So yeah, so these nettings can be penetrated with some BBs if you're close by. If you're further away, they will bounce off, which can cause issues for some, because if you're shooting at someone, you may not necessarily see the netting while they're standing right behind it. And so all the BBs bounce off it, but then they can, from where they stand, shoot right through it, and you get hit, and there's nothing you can do about it because they are pretty much protected by it. So later on during the day it was decided shooting through nettings is no longer allowed, or also shooting underneath nettings, because there were also some issues where players were lying low, pushed the gun through underneath the netting and shot through there, which is also a form of them hitting everyone, but you're unable to hit them, which is kind of meh. So the marshals also adjusted that during the side. Let's see what he says here.
Lovely. All I want you to do is go and join your squad down there and get back in the fight.
The main entrance over there.
Yeah, so where your squad have gone in, just
But there's no entrance on this side, or?
No. Basically, if you'd stayed, if you'd crept along and then you could have snuck in, but what the owner's saying is it's not happy with us being here, which is fine, don't matter. So dress back to the left, straight back in the fight. I mean, your squad are just basically in there. So where they've gone in, enter from there and you're back in the fight. Right?
Do we need to get the medicine, or?
No.
No, it's just a complete recall.
It's a readjustment of the rules.
Okay, so
that's fine. I mean, they're happy, they've shot something, mate. So, so you boys, no medics, readjust. So we know that on this side of the
So yeah, as you've just heard, the marshals are straight on rule changes when it comes up, when needed. Like in this case, directly at the start of the game, already started the first rule change, which makes sense. I mean, as you can see, the road is right there, so we don't want to be shooting cars. Regarding the medic rule, in this case, the medic was one medic per person, per team, sorry. Our side was split up in 2 teams, the recon team and I think the attack team, forgot what they were called. Each team had a medic. Each player had basically 3 lives. The initial life, then when you get hit, the medic gives you a small cable tie, blue one. And when you get hit again, you get another one. And when you get hit 3rd time, then you're out, have to go back to respawn and then back in again. However, I never made it 3 times through, but I did in a way, when I got killed the 3rd time, and upon arriving at the respawn, the medic rule has been scrapped because the player numbers were a bit low, which makes sense. I mean, it's the very first time this side has been played, so initial numbers are expected to be low. compared to the Savage side. As mentioned before, what I do want to raise is the marshals here were very spot on when it came to changes, adjustments, or generally issues which came up during the game or the further games. Given that they are new, I would believe that they would want to also, of course, be right on top of it in order to get a good name out there. There's no real point in being crap right from the beginning, otherwise people won't come. And given also their individual history, all of them were either serving or ex-forces and armed forces and police forces, so they do have some form of responsibilities and knowledge and all these things. So yeah, so in general they're quite spot on, and I hope I will see more of them coming up, because so far I like this response. Some games I've played at various other sites, sometimes marshals were a bit hesitant or outright ignorant. So it's a refreshing change, and I hope it stays this way.
Direction down, couple of trees. Whoa.
What you also can hear throughout the gameplay is the marshals constantly shouting out to speak more up, to have more communication with the rest of the team, and trying to basically get more tactical gameplay started or going. Which is also another reason why I wanted to play this game, purely also because of their history, the individual marshals I mean, and their knowledge of tactical stuff, and also they advertise it as a Milsim Light, which is therefore why I wanted to play here, and have some more tactical gameplay, rather than the usual skirmish where you just run in, bang bang, go out, run in, bang bang, and get bored after a few days, or a few games. So yeah, the major downside here is this being a paintball field, of course. It has nettings all across the shop. So some of the nettings are dark green, like the border nettings we just seen before. Some nettings in-game in the game field are black. Some of them only waist height, so sometimes you don't even see that there's a netting from the distance, so you're shooting like a maniac trying to get the person down, and he's just sitting there and you're thinking, what the hell, he's all taking his bloody hits, whereas he's actually just sitting by the netting and laughing at you wasting your BBs. So some nettings were, I believe, removed during the day. But yeah, it's a paintball site, so it's somewhat expected, so I didn't take too much of an issue of it. However, it would be great if there were no nettings in the first place. The site itself, this site we're playing in right now, is not very large. Again, I believe it's because it's a paintball field. Not many are that large, if I remember correctly. I haven't played that many fields actually, to be honest, paintball fields. But they tend to be more close range, so a bit smaller. I may be completely wrong though, but it's just my experience in the past. Whereas in Airsoft we like to play on larger fields with more space roaming around. So this space here is fairly confined. I mean, even here right now, we're coming out of the respawn, which is pretty much 3 meters behind us, and we're already getting shot at, so there were times when we weren't even able to, okay, maybe 5-6 meters away. Okay, 10. So there were times when we weren't even able to move forward because you respawn, come out, and you get hit, and then you respawn and you come out and continue. However, it was possible to move down to the left or right and crawl underneath the netting as well, which not many have done, I believe. I haven't done it either in the beginning, later on here. But yeah, it's just another issue with the netting itself. It limits the entrance points, where there wouldn't necessarily be one normally.
Roger. Nick, where are you, Fred?
As you may or may not have heard in the background just now, the marshals do, as mentioned earlier, try to get you running, try to get you more moving, and get the more tactical gameplay up, which is quite fun actually. I mean, as mentioned earlier, this is one of the reasons I came here to play this. It is as I'm going to say. Different points regarding this side as well. I believe the safe zone, of which I don't have actually much video in general, is fairly new build. The table spaces and stuff were all newly installed. My point there would be have larger tables or more tables, because some people, including me, like to arrive with truckloads of stuff. So sometimes a small table might not be enough for one person, let alone 4 people. The food over there is quite generally not generally, what's it called, generously priced. It's not expensive. It's not too cheap either, but then again, the food was really great. The burgers were really one of the best I had at any airsoft field so far. Compared to some sites where you go there and you get a slab of cold meat or pizza or something. They were really great and not too expensive. We may or may not have bought a bit too much Coca-Cola, so we were running low at the end of the day. As some people already have mentioned in other videos or forums and this stuff, this site's also getting known as the site with the great toilets, mainly because it has heated toilets, large and spacious and clean as well. Clean enough that after the game I went in there and changed my clothes because there were no issues of running in other dirt or whatever. So I was also rather surprised how great those amenities were, which is not a usual thing actually, so I'm quite happy about that.
There's one my 11 o'clock, but this white color thingy.
Another thing you may be hearing in the background and wondering what's that all about is music. At this site, also when we arrived early in the morning, there was some music running in the safe zone, and then during the first game you had some speakers set up outside the gameplay area to play some music and probably pretty much as a background environment type of thing. However, after the first game they were not used anymore. I believe most were not a big fan of it. I'm a bit split on it. On one side, I don't really believe it fits in well either. On the other side, the music they use wasn't that bad. It sounds like Audio Machine or Two Steps from Hell or something direction, which is generally what I quite like. But yes, it does not quite fit in. Often gives some sort of feeling like it's a speedball or speed something or in a closed what's it called, CQB type of game where you sometimes have music running. Doesn't quite fit right in. So the music wasn't that bad though.
I'm gonna move in. Watch your left, watch your left. Little James, your left.
Also another point which may need to be addressed at some point in the future, I believe, is at this stage there weren't that many people here, maybe 50, 60-ish, maybe a bit less, I didn't quite count, could be less actually. So there were also only 4 marshals within the game field at times, 2 per team. So once the game gets out and more games will be played, there will hopefully be more marshals in play as well, because with just 2 per side, there will be many things which they may miss, and then you can just lead to all sorts of issues when people start shouting at each other. Jeez. And therefore, hopefully, more marshals will come in. But for the amount of players here, it was usually fine. There were sometimes some issues coming up as well when the marshal wasn't quite inside, but usually a quick call and someone was close by, and then things went on from there. That said, my friends and I, we all enjoyed the game. There were all in all 5 of us, including myself. We enjoyed the site, of course, as mentioned, issues come up, but those were addressed fast, which is quite nice to see, and we all appreciate it as well. We will definitely be back at future games, depending on the dates, of course. I believe they have a Twilight game coming up in a couple of weeks, so check out their website and on Facebook. Just search for Storm Tactical Airsoft. I will also put a link in the description underneath the video. So yeah, give them a visit on the website, Facebook, give them a shout if you're interested. Look at the photos they have posted and other videos which will come up as well, because there will be more. I'm also planning to do some more as well. However, for now, I'll just leave it as it is here now, stop talking and let you enjoy the rest of the video. Hopefully you made it this far, and if you have, do the usual YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, you know the stuff. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, just post in the comments and I'll make sure to get back to you. Thank you.
He's blue, he's blue, he's blue, he's blue. That's the paintball dress guy, he's blue. He's the paintball guy, he's blue outside. Watch for the cars. And see the cars. And the barrier here, this little barrier here. James, you see the little wooden block? That's one. That's one. Right by the pink smoke, really. Come on, camera guy, move. He's behind the smoke. No, I can't see him. I can't see him. Easy. Easy.
My 12.
I don't see shit.
Right, jump in.
Fuck's sake. Reloading. Reloading. You're 9 o'clock behind the barrier thingy. But none can shoot through. Yeah, there's a little mesh barrier, whatever it's called. There's one behind it, but we can't shoot through because it bounces off. We tried it earlier. I don't know if there's anyone this side of the barrier. Hey! Okay. Apparently there is. You alright? You alright?
Yeah. Batman!
Are you? I don't see shit. I don't see shit. Oh, fuck. Watch out. Ooh.